Damn, Q. Maybe you did that.
All right, we back live in the building, man. You already know what it is, man. This is BBW, man. Everybody loves BBW, beers, bourbon, whiskey. The podcast, whole gang is in the building. Got my man Angry Principal holding it down.
What's up?
Got my man Sean holding it down for
know what it is, man. Yeah, what's up? I say.
Right. I'm sorry. That's what my other co-hosts normally say, but he's not here. That's why it was funny, dog. And of course, man, it's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. Red Zone, baby. We in the building, dog. So we got Glenn in the building. Now I done talked to Glenn already about John Lee Hooker. All right, so I got a whole backstory. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get the whole backstory tonight, but I'm gonna let him talk a little bit about the spirits that he has here, the influence behind these spirits, and some new expressions that he has here. Again, live at the Taste of Black Spirits. It's on you, bro. Tell the people who you are.
How you doing, dog? Hey, my name is Glenn Thomas. I'm the founder and CEO of John Lee Hooker Legacy Spirits, and I feel thank you for having me. I'm a child of Detroit, but I moved away at 5, went to Oakland. I went to the Detroit to the West Coast. So I've always had a connection to the city, and when I created this brand, I had to make sure I brought it back to Detroit, because this is where my grandfather started at, John Lee Hooker.
No doubt.
He's from Mississippi, but he got a start up here in Detroit. And the bourbon is called Boogie Chillin' Bourbon.
For sure.
The company is John Lee Hooker Legacy Spirits. Boogie Chillin' is a word or name that I got from his first #1 song.
Okay. So Boogie Chillin'?
So Boogie Chillin'.
Okay.
Boogie Chillin' came out in 1948, the first blues song to go #1 on the music charts. So I call my bass, my alpha, I call it 1948. So I'm always going at 1948. It's 100 proof, bottled in bond.
So before when they had it out, remember it was 100 proof. It's bottled in bond now. Okay. Yeah. So it wasn't before.
Right.
And that's a funny story. You don't know what you don't know. They told me bottled in bond, and I'm like, okay. But when I was doing this, I've never done this before. So I had so many other different things to worry about, boxes and this and that, and I forgot to tell the printer, or not the printer, the designer, to put bottled in bond on there. So once we got there to the distillery, and they said, "Hey, Glenn, you ain't got bottled in bond." I'm like, "Oh yeah, bet. Let me see if they can before they run them. I get it." The printer, my designer told me 6 weeks. Okay, we'll put bottled in bond on the next one.
Right. Exactly. No.
So it was important to me to have bottled in bond, because when I created this, I created it strictly for 100 proof, because I want to be as authentic as possible, because I'm a bourbon head. I love bourbon. I have a collection of probably 300 bottles.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And
I got about 20.
And I got bottles and all over. And I don't got people might say I got trophy bottles, but I drink everything. Because the distiller, going through this process, I talk to distillers, and distillers make it to be drunken. So, I bought, during COVID, I bought all these blend bottles, right? I wanted to create I wanted to get all the tops.
All the tops, right?
So I got all the tops, and now I got all these blend bottles and all these other things, and I love them, but now I share them with people. Yeah. People, like I got a buddy who never had blends for his birthday. I gave him bottle blends for his birthday. I gave, whatever. I think bourbon should be shared. And so
for sure.
With my bourbon, I wanted it to be something that you could share, because remember that old song, When Did You Fall Into Hip Hop? What was that called? What movie was that?
Brown Sugar.
Brown Sugar.
Brown Sugar. When did you first fall in love with hip hop? I first fell in love with bourbon on my 21st birthday with John Lee Hooker. Because my grandfather, she wanted to have a moment with his eldest grandson, turned 21. He said, I called him He knew I was calling. I needed some money because I'm broke. I'm in college. And he told me, I said, I'm coming to see you. He said, why you coming to see me? It ain't my birthday.
Right.
I said, listen here, old man, I'm coming to see you. You know why I'm coming to see you. So
Right, you know what it is.
Let's not even play this game. So I get out there and he poured me, he said, you old enough to have a drink with the old man now. Because he never, you know, my grandfather, I never would have drunk in front of him, smoked, you know, I smoked weed. I would never do that in front of my grandfather or my mother.
Right.
It just would never do that.
Right, for sure.
And so he wanted to have a drink with me. I'm like, hey, granddad, I got some bad news for you. I done had a drink before in my life.
Right. This ain't the first one.
He said, listen here, boy. Your mama already told me. I know what you're doing up there. So, you know, I had that bourbon with him. He poured me 2 fingers and a splash of water, straight old school.
For sure.
And, you know, I was so intelligent and so grown, man. I said, hey, what a Coke and Ice at? and then the way they looked at me, my grandfather never looked at me with disappointment before.
Straight disappointed.
So I said, wow. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this to get it over with. I'm going to rush through it to get over with. And I told you, so I just shot it. I just had a whoop.
And you ain't never in your life supposed to shoot no whiskey.
It was some old Forester. It was over 100 proof, whatever it was, some devil cutter. I don't know what it was. But it burnt my chest pretty bad.
Right.
And I went from having no hair on my chest to like all hair. I look like Jim Brown. I could have been a slaughtered 3 the hard way out of old school movies, you know.
It's crazy.
So after that, I said, I don't want no more. He said, well, you haven't had a drink with me. I said, I drunk it. I want my money now.
Yeah.
He said, well, you can leave. You don't want to have a drink with me.
Right. A proper drink.
Yeah, cold word for you. I'm not going to give you no money.
Right.
Yeah, because I couldn't make it home because I was dead broke. And I rode on fumes up the hill.
He had a gas money
I'm
to get out
praying
there,
I could make it up the hill. So he poured me another glass, and he walked me through drinking it. He told me he had to take a couple of little small drinks, told me relax. And he did this, and at the end of it, I'm like, wow, this is pretty good.
Right.
And he said, that's life, boy. And I'm like, what you mean that's life? He said, your first drink, you was anxious, you was rushing, you crashed and burned. He said, that second drink, you took your time, you savored it, and you went into it. That's life, boy. Slow down and take your time.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's real shit, right?
I thought about something else.
And like, I did this podcast last year, the guy said, he dropped a bar on your ass. I said, bro, that bar went over my head because I was like, I'm ready to go.
Right.
Yeah, I wanted the money. It didn't register until I was 25.
Right.
Until I was 25. I had a child. I'm living life, working in corporate America, and doing all of this. And I called him one day. I said, Granddaddy. I said, Granddaddy.
I ain't mad at you one day.
I said, I get it, Granddaddy. I get it now. He said, get what? He said, when you told me to slow down, enjoy life, he said, I said that to you. He said, yeah, boy, you always rush to slow down and hung up on your ass. So after that, I wanted to know my grandfather because I didn't know him as a man. So we'll go over there, we would drink bourbon and just get to know him. He told me all his stories and all of this. And, you know, when people talk about the movie Sinners, you know, a lot of that was taken from his life, you know. You know, I said take out the vampires, but it might have been vampires. He might have skipped over that part.
It might have been some vampires.
But, you know, 14, he left home, moved up to Memphis because he didn't want to do his dream, wanted to play his music. And so with me, I was really serious about this. So I took 2 years and put a lot of time and research into this. So,
No,
like I said, the first one, you guys tasted the first one, right?
Yeah, no doubt. So and I've had the cash strength too. So, but we go have some of that though, because they haven't had that.
So the first one was 100 proof, 1948.
Yep.
This new one that's coming out is called Boom Boom. Everybody know Boom Boom. And I tell people the Boom Boom Room came from John Lee Hooker's Boom Boom. all these boom booms
He really
and
got
all
sent
that
to a shot. I'm gonna be a double.
because of that. So I thought of, every release is going to be central to his music career. Either it's going to be a song or something related to him.
Right.
And boom boom, this is Cash String, straight out the barrel. This one right here, man, quit cheating, man. We just buried our beef, man. Just quit cheating on
I'm
me.
sorry. I had to tell the night. I was anxious.
Okay, so we got Nisha from Bougie Vodka.
So you take that, go ahead and smell it, get into it. I'm not gonna teach you old heads how to do it.
He gonna smell it. He ain't gonna know.
I'm gonna smell it, but
I shouldn't be mixing. This is not.
I'm saying he gonna know what fruit it was. I think I caught dog off guard when I knew what it was though.
No,
I must say.
and let me tell you a secret. When you smell it, you smell like that. Now smell your arm.
Ricky got me messed up.
Now smell it again.
Because he got this little tea. He like, yeah, you got me mixing with the tea. And it's dangerous.
We dropping bars, brother. We doing education today, brother.
I got this from you. I knew what it was because of you.
So I got orange, apricot, cherry, vanilla, caramel, a little vanilla.
You don't get that corn up in there?
Hold on.
It was really, really good.
It's a dustiness, so that might be the corn.
And we have Miss Bougie behavior.
y'all
It's
professionals.
some floral in it.
No, but open your mouth. When I smell it, open your mouth.
We
Let's
had
see.
several different cocktails. Now I'm allergic to mango, so I didn't try that. So I
Some
didn't
floral, like Kit Kat.
that peach.
So this right
But
here.
that's complex. That's got a lot to it. But it came out so quickly. A lot of times we be sitting here trying to figure it out. All this stuff started popping off really fast. So that's
For once, I caught the apricot off
that
rip.
apricot, yeah.
And I normally don't. I ain't gonna lie. When he was like asking me what it was, I was like, shit. I thought I was wrong. I was like, no, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, this probably sounds strange, but I think it's apricot. He was like, that's it. I was like,
That's
I learned that shit from y'all.
And so, with Cash String, thing I like about Cash String, because you get everything out of that barrel the way it came out. And people always say,
Where
we
are
shake your hand.
you know what, we
That's
gonna
good shit, ain't it? That's some good shit.
Oh, man.
So we gonna, to me, I always tell people, every tree is different, right? You might have an oak tree that's next to a cherry tree, so you're gonna pick up that. It might be next to an apricot tree, so you're gonna pick up whatever is in that area. And that's the great thing about bourbon, and that's what I love about Cash String. But we really gonna get into some funk right now because.
It's easy.
Okay, hold on.
Very smooth, probably the smoothest.
Your Cash String, to me, is better than
Yes.
your 100.
Yes. I can accept that.
And I think it's the barrel. It's the notes of the barrel that I'm getting out of the cask more than I'm getting out of your 100.
And I'm glad you said it. 'Cause I always tell people say, oh, it's smooth. All these brands talk about smooth. And it'd be like 84 proof and all that.
Like, of course it's smooth.
It's been watered down. It's been cold. All this filter stuff you got to go through it because they don't filter it. Once you get anything under, I think it's 94 proof. You have to do these type of filtering to it, or else you're gonna have all that cloud in your whiskey.
And it got a hell of a hug on it.
Yeah,
It does.
It got what? A hell of a hug. It's lasting for a while.
Okay, like I'm at the break my on these. So and also too. Even though this man been crazy to me and did me wrong,
Ain't nobody been crazy,
I got a collab coming out with a major brand. We're not gonna say the brand yet, but it's a major brand. I mean, American brand. Because when I think of bourbon, like I think I told you, I picked bourbon because bourbon is the only true American spirit. Right. So my granddaddy is an American legend, American icon. When people say they got it out the mud, ain't nobody got out the mud more than him.
Right. No,
Mississippi. So
right. Mississippi mud.
Mississippi mud. So,
What you said, you do still taste it afterwards, like.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's the long hug,
I got some craziness for you now.
See, I'm just starting like drinking bourbon whiskey because of Easter God.
Oh, you did? Okay.
So like I'm still new to all this. smelling and it's tasting.
Okay, everybody can tell you got too much in here. Yeah, get a new cup.
Oh yeah, I got too much in here.
Yeah.
This is just sip for the rest of the night.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I poured that up for the rest of the night. I wasn't trying to down it. I know better than that.
I got 4 single barrels coming out, honoring my grandfather's things that he. I already told you, right?
You told me already.
I'm trying to figure out what it said without saying it. But fuck it, I said it. I'm honoring guitars that my grandfather played.
They have great
My grandfather
Make sure y'all look them up. If y'all
played
ain't
guitars.
If y'all in the Nashville.
Speaking of what you said there, something that you told me that I didn't notice. Is it on this bottle or that?
What?
Great products. And they gonna
The strings of the guitar.
Oh yeah, on the side of the bottle. Fill on the side of the bottle. And then all the bottles gonna have those.
Okay.
Right here. It's 6 strings on a guitar. Right here in the middle of it, right above the end in the middle, that's his favorite guitar. It's called Blondie.
I didn't notice that at first.
So
now that's a lot of detail. That's a lot of detail in the label.
Feel the label, the texture. You know,
That's a lot of detail in the label.
I see. Okay.
yeah, I didn't,
It's like a guitar for real.
Here's the
That's
thing about
crazy,
it.
yeah. He pointed this shit out to me, yeah.
If I wanted to just come out with something quick, whatever, I would have came out with some basic juice. I wasn't really chasing out, but I went to Bar Sound to get the best juice out there. And the label and all of that, because my grandfather, they called him Mr. Cool, Mr. Style. My grandfather never was out without a suit. He always wore a suit. He didn't wear a tie all the time, but he had a tie in his pocket, so if he had to throw it on, but he had the suit and silk shirt on, and he'd roll out on you and with his hat. So I couldn't just do something that was not up to his level,
Regular nigga.
So like when I explain to people, when people say, "Oh, your price point," I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? I can give you something cheap, but then you're gonna talk about me."
Yeah,
But I'm giving you juice that a lot of people can't give you. I'm giving you a bottle and label that most of us don't do.
Nah, for real.
And, there's a lot of brands, but a lot of them just throw a square label on there. You feel it, and it feels like
It's gonna slide on.
it's just gonna slide off. You're gonna slide out.
Right.
So, I wanted something to where when it sit on your bar, it's gonna stand out. So in a tribute to him, I'm coming out with, I'm honoring 4 guitars that my grandfather played. So I got 4 single barrels. These single barrels are all 8.5 and some change. These are the first lot of barrels from Bardstown Bourbon Company.
Okay.
Bardstown Bourbon Company, their barrels started turning 9 years old. What month are we in?
October 9. We're in September.
September.
So 9 months in.
They started turning 9 years old September. Mine turned 9 years old in November. So that's that first lot. I sat down and talked to the distiller who made this, Steve Neely. And he was like, or Steve Nelly. Steve was like, "Oh, these are my first ones." And he said, "I'm at Bardstown. I just bottled and did all this stuff." He said, "Can I taste them?" I said, "You better taste them."
So you better taste this shit.
So I rolled all 4 single barrels. And the reason, and people don't realize, you guys are going to taste this and you're going to trip. Because everyone is different. Everyone is different. But they all was distilled and bottled the same day. But they're all different. So let's go through this one first.
Thank you guys.
What's going on, man?
So, you look honest. Can you do me a favor? Hey, look, you look honest. Can you pour them a little sample? Give me just a little sample. Just a little bit. Can we sample it? That's good right there.
We sample.
Don't do us like that.
We going through.
Black radio.
Cause we got 4 of these.
I'm sorry.
Can you pour me? Okay, so this one right here Let me see real quick. So this right here was one of my grandfather's favorite guitars. It's called Gibson ES. I've been drinking a little bit.
Right, I feel,
ES 355.
I feel like it's a little more vanilla than this one.
Yeah.
So let me tell you about this one right here.
Not as much as the citrus, but
Yeah, Ron's around. Okay. I got you.
More vanilla and caramel, more the natural stuff. Look, I was trying to wait. You tasted it already? Yeah.
Go ahead, you go and taste it.
it's closer to the classic. Some of your classic notes on this one.
So this one right here is 123.6 proof.
That was my next question.
Hey, look. The way that motherfucker shot up my nose, I know that's what it was. Damn.
Everybody open me up.
So,
But like,
what
you have to so quick though.
now you have to take your time on these right here. But you know,
Oh no, this is fire though.
and I want you to remember the notes. Remember, everything was bottled the same day. So with this right here, we're gonna do this is
I'm gonna tell you so. Not citrus, but orange peel, maybe.
That might be it.
Orange peel, yeah.
Kind of like your old fashioned.
Like an old-fashioned orange peel, yeah.
Just a little spritz in it.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, like orange peel, a little bit of bitterness.
And
But
so this one right here, like I said, with this, and each bottle, like I said, it's gonna be limited release. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do a collab with Gibson. We're gonna get it out there, but it's gonna be limited release single barrel. But this is something that I want to put out there and see how people like it, and then make it a regular thing. So my goal is to do single barrels for my Whiskey Club members. So go to johnleehookerlexspirit.com, sign up for our
I love the
newsletter.
Luxor, dude, right? Don't grab my phone.
And go, and get it, and join and get on our mailing list to get to know about these.
For sure.
So this first one, so that was ES 355. That was 123.6. So I'm gonna go right down the line.
Okay.
What is your cash truck coming in?
109.
It's 109.
109, yeah.
Oh no, we going in deep water now.
Exactly where we want to be.
This right here is called his Epiphone Zephyr. This is one of the first guitars that he played. He played this whatever, and he started playing everything. But the Zephyr is the one of the ones, his core.
Okay.
And every bottle, if you look on there, in every bottle I write a story.
Right.
A personal story about me and my grandfather. And on these, I talk about the guitars and what I remember about the guitars. So don't let him pour it, okay?
Hey, no, I can't do too much. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's tough shit. That's tough.
You, my man, he tapped out.
Oh no, he just went to go grab my phone.
So this one right here,
Marcel checking in. What up, though?
what's up? This one right here.
This is honey. This honey off rip. Honey I got off of it.
This is light work. This is only 122.8.
Okay, I can see. Yeah, maybe. It's definitely sweeter.
Yeah. Not as harsh on the tongue either.
But the crazy thing about it, it's all the same
All the
master.
same thing, yeah.
Everything the same. Only thing different is the barrel.
It's sweet, but I think it's cut with a little char though, so there's some char in there. It's a little spicy at the end.
That is a question I got for you. Do you request what level char you want on your barrels, or you just going in and saying?
I like 3 or 4.
Okay.
I like 3 or 4 char because I do like that char. You know, I'm laying down some new feel, and I'm gonna play with some tunes for some of my weeded. So I'm gonna lay down some weeded stuff. So like weeded.
Yeah, we live.
And
Go ahead and dance to the camera.
You know, I want to go ahead and do all that. So I'm glad you asked that because this is something. This is a learning experience for me. I'm learning every day. So like I said, the Zephyr right here. Like I said, that was him. He probably on Boogie Chillin'. He probably was playing a Zephyr on him when he did Boogie Chillin'. So I wanted to honor that one. Okay.
Yeah, It's a little more burn on this one though. It's a little. I guess it's charred.
I guess it's charred. I like this on this one more than I like the first one.
You like
I like this one better.
And see, that's the thing about it.
I like the first one.
See,
I like the first one.
That's what I love about this.
Yeah, I like the first one.
Because
I do like the sweetness of this one, but I like the. I don't know. I like the first one. I guess because it's more classic. Like
and see, now this one right here. This one right here is one of the acoustic guitars that he played.
Okay.
It's called the SJ200. Gibson just re-released this guitar. Mm-hmm. They started this thing at $9,000. This guitar right here.
Damn, for real?
Yeah. Oh, it's not. Yeah, because like we have the guitar, right? And somebody asked my mother, "Don't come on, man. Your job is not to lay no whore." So somebody asked my mother, like, would you want to sell it, right? And she said, no, I want to sell it. He said, you wouldn't take $40,000 for it? She said, no, I want that. So that guitar that we had, this burgundy one, is called the SJ200. And the reason, and I'm gonna let you go. This one right here is this is my favorite.
Okay.
And I picked this when I went through the barrels because this is the guitar. When we was at home, when I was a kid, when we was at home, I always at his house. Because he moved us from Detroit to California. And when we moved to California, we all lived in his house with him.
Gotcha.
Until we went into our own, got our own house. My mother and them got our own house. But he would, when we would get around the house making a bunch of noise and causing problems, he would make us, because my granddad didn't whoop us. He just talked to us crazy, but he never whooped us.
Right.
But he would make us sit down and he would play the guitar, and he would play this acoustic guitar, trying to make us go to sleep. Yeah. So this right here is like, this one right here is my thing right here. And you would know,
I don't off the nose. I don't get nothing but caramel. Like I got some caramel, but like that's really it.
Okay, this is the winter. This is the one I was sipping in the winter. Whereas the second one I was sipping in the summer.
But guess what?
This is the winter one.
And guess what the proof on this one is?
About 115 at least.
125.3.
Damn, it's burnt. It's higher than the other two.
This is the highest root.
Couldn't tell.
And that's why I picked it. That's why I picked this as my favorite.
Couldn't tell. But this is definitely in the winter. I'm sipping this one in the winter.
And you notice, we done drunk 3 of these single barrels, none of them the same.
None of them the same. Right.
I think he pulled out.
Good. Oh, let me, you got it?
Sorry. You wouldn't have got some more.
All right, we got it. We good.
He gave me the dry ice. Oh, I'm like, you got it's smoking.
No, it's good though. I didn't think it was the highest proof. That's crazy.
It's the highest proof.
That's sneaky.
Man, yeah, that's sneaky.
That's sneaky. That's too smooth.
Now say that's SJ200. Now, the last one, guitar heads love this guitar. It's called the Les Paul Gold Top.
Okay.
And Les Paul is known for guitars and all of that. Mm-hmm. And when my grandfather, when he went over to Europe, and he met the young group called the Rolling Stones and all of them, and they were playing all that hot stuff. So they learned from him. They followed him. So he said, "Hey, let me try this." So he's doing that Les Paul, and that Les Paul was that fire, right? It's that rock and so that's what this one right here. This is that. And this one right here, the Les Paul, this might be the lowest proof, 122. But watch how when you taste it.
The fact that you said 122 is the lowest.
I know, right?
Like 122 is still high.
But the thing is, like I said, I wanted to do something for these single barrels. These are for my collectors. These are for the people with guitar heads. These are for the people who really love bourbon.
The notes smell the same.
Tell me about the notes. What's it?
So I want to see.
Notes like, you say notes like the notes are
The smell. Yeah,
How do y'all be deciphering like y'all be getting all these
from experience.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, if you haven't had a lot, that's the only way I'm able to gauge it off of some other shit I smell. That's how
I'm trying on this one. This is a little harder.
Huh?
it's a little harder for me to pick the notes out on this.
Yeah, but like I said, but this one like today is only 120. Only 122.
Right, only 122. In comparison to that.
But to me,
This might be my favorite one.
this is that rock right here. This is that rock shit right here. Where when he wanted to play them hard, funky notes, he played that Les Paul.
My favorite one. That's why.
I'm still on number 2.
I'm still on number 1.
I like one. I like one in this.
I'm on number 1.
My favorite is one in this.
Yeah, I like number 1.
1 and 4 is my favorite one.
So you like the Zephyr.
That's one.
Y'all you like the EJ.
This is number 1.
Yeah.
I like 1 and 4.
See, my order when I did it,
I say 1, 4, 3, 2.
my favorite was 3, 1, 2, and 4.
You got 4 last? Yeah, I got 1, 4,
But see,
3, 2.
but a lot of people bring that 4 up there. And like I said, that's what people think about bourbon. Everybody got a different palate. Ain't no wrong answer.
that's for sure.
That's exactly what it is.
The only wrong answer is when you don't buy Boogie Chillin' Bourbon.
Y'all out here? See y'all later. Thank y'all for coming. God bless you. Good night. Hey, I'm drunk by now. Shit. We keeping it 100. Ain't no tablecloths. We outside. Peace out, though. Outside. You hear me?
So to me,
Okay, so let me ask you a question. When we first reviewed the first one, the Boogie Chillin',
1948.
we said that we liked the juice. We enjoyed it. Didn't know it was from Bardstown. Had no clue that that's where it was sourced. We liked the juice.
It was the price point.
It was the price point. That was it. Talk to me about the reasoning behind it, because I want to understand the story.
Okay, the first one.
I gave him a little bit of the story.
The first one first came out. My grandfather passed at 112. So I did it at 112. And I knew I was only going to do it at 112 for the first part. Then I brought it down to $99.
Okay.
And to me, you can go get a bourbon for $40 and you can get some good bourbon. But I can't give you a bottle for $40, $50. The juice is from Bardstown. And if you look at other brands that come out of Bardstown, none of them.
Right, it's that price.
Yeah, that's what they pay.
I think.
And like I said, if I wanted to go a little cheaper, I could have proofed it down to 90, 92 proof.
Yeah.
But then would that be something I wanted? No.
Right.
I wanted something for bourbon head. And I feel I'm giving you juice that you're not going to be able to get everywhere.
Right.
And, like I said, every day for me, my everyday bourbon, it used to be EH Taylor.
Okay.
But then it got crazy.
Yeah.
EH Taylor used to be $40-something, but it got crazy. So that used to be my everyday juice. Now my everyday juice is now probably Knob Creek 9 years or Wild Turkey. So I love.
That's mine. It's the
and like I said,
Red Breed is a monster. Yeah, Red Breed is a monster.
Too. And I love that Red Breed.
Yeah, for sure.
And like I said, I can't compete with them. If you want that, go get it. But I can give you what I can give you. I can't give you no price. I'm not producing 100 million barrels a year.
Right, no, facts.
I have to go get it.
And the reason I'm asking is that helps me. We have a question on the show of would you replace the bottle?
Bro, what?
Would you replace the bottle? Once you go through it, would you replace it? And we said because of the price point, at the time we weren't. We said no. But now that I'm understanding the story and the reason behind it, that gives me more reason to say, okay, yeah, I'll replace that.
I had this conversation with this guy in Nashville, right? I went to Fawn Weaver invited me up to Uncle Nearest for Spirit on the Rise in April 2024. And so I'm in a cigar lounge in Nashville, and I'm excited because my bourbon ain't even out yet. But I'm at this big whiskey thing or big spirit thing on these other brands, and so I get my bottle with me because I call it my American Express. Normally you see me, I got a bottle. So I'm in.
Don't go nowhere without it. Don't leave home without it.
And so Yep, I can say what I want to say on here, right?
For sure. You already know that.
So I'm in the cigar lounge and I'm sitting up in it. I'm in there, and this guy walk up, and I talk to everybody, right? I'm from Oakland, and I was told, you see another black man, you speak to him. And so I'm talking to this guy, and he's telling me, he said, "What you here for?" I said, "I'm here for this, and I got a bourbon brand." He said, "You got a bourbon brand that's any good, right?" I said, let's say less, bro. So I went to the table with him, right? It was 6 people at the table, including myself.
No, I work for
3 white guys and 2 black guys, right? So I poured the bourbon. We drinking it, right? And they were like, "Oh, it's good," like liking it. And so they said, "How much it costs?" I told them. And so the white guy, one of the white guys said, "Hey, can I order it right now?" He ordered it on the website, right? And like the first black guy who approached me and him talking, he said, "I love it, bro." He want to bring it into his hotel. I said, "I'm not in Tennessee yet, but he and I stayed in contact. We're gonna bring it up and we're gonna bring it in there." The other guy, say he's from Cali. I'm from Cali. So
now you from Detroit.
I'm Detroit, but
he's from Detroit.
He was in
LA.
LA.
Let you have Cali a little bit.
He was an LA dude, right? And so he said, "I like it, but the price point for me, right?" I said, "I get it, right?" I said, "Let me be real with you, bro. I've been in real estate and all this year. I might not be for you, and I'm good with that." But he said, "Well, you can price it like a Corolla, right? A Toyota Corolla Camry. Toyota Camry." That was the example he gave me. And I'm like, "Okay, let's go." I said, "What you drive?" I said, "I drive BMW 7 Series." I said, "Okay." I said, "And that's a nice Gucci belt you got on, right?"
Right. So nigga, buy this liquor, nigga.
No, but I told him, I said, you
buy what you like.
I said, "Listen here, man. I buy my belts from TJ Maxx and Marshalls because it's a belt. It's holding on my pants and it's gonna be covered.
Right.
So I buy what I want to buy. But you're gonna spend that money on that BMW. You don't know when it's juice." I said, if I put a different label on this, would you buy it?" He got kind of quiet. I said, "So."
The quality of the juice is worth it. Yeah.
I said, "So yeah, I get it."
For sure.
I said, "If you can't afford it, I get that, bro. But don't try and downplay me and you wearing a $500 belt and you driving a $70,000 car."
Facts.
It's all made by some European dude.
No doubt.
And so, I stand on it. I want to put out a quality product. As I get further along in this, like I said, this one now, I'm bringing it down to $89.
No, for sure.
Because now I'm pushing more out, I'm buying more barrels, so now I can bring my return down. My boom gonna be at 99 now. Yeah. And this is the hard part for me. I kind of want to bring a lower proof SKU, but it's just like I was like the Antichrist.
Don't do it. Don't do that.
What you have is quality.
But the only reason I was thinking about 90 proof or 90 something is for cocktails. Okay. But then again, I think a good bourbon makes a better cocktail.
For sure.
So, don't do
it.
And you already see, I went higher. So
right, go higher.
I went down.
That's it. 100 should be your lowest for sure. I would say.
So this is. I'm glad we had a chance to talk. It actually helped me change my mind on some things about it. So I appreciate it.
I'm glad you asked the question. And like I said, a lot of people, this entrepreneur shit is not easy. It's not for the weak.
Right.
Like this comedian named David Arnold Jr. Or I think it was David Arnold. I think it was David Arnold, but he went by the second or something. But David Arnold, he passed away last year. Okay. Go look him on Netflix. I mean, his brother was brilliant. Yeah. And he said, "This ain't for the weak. This entrepreneurship ain't for the weak." Yeah. If I can give my people a quality bourbon at a discount price of $40, $50, I would do it.
Right.
But are y'all going to put the money into my company to allow me to go out and buy 1,000 barrels?
1,000 barrels at a time,
to
right?
Get that barrel price down.
Right.
Are you going to invest in me to give me the product where I can buy 60,000 labels at a discounted rate? Yeah. So I'm scaling up. This is me. I'm 100% owner. I'm sorry. My mother is my part co-owner.
Right. There you go.
And she always reminds me.
I was going to say, you better say it. You better say it.
But this is family owned. You know, I walked away from a successful real estate practice and mortgage practice to do this.
Right.
Because my family sold my grandfather's publishing, and I had a couple of choices. Either I can go and try and hurt my family for selling my granddad's publishing, or I can do something different and try and get it back. So my goal,
not hurt the family.
My goal is to
cross your mind,
I got a bad connection. When you got Detroit and Oakland, that's a bad connection.
Right.
But you know, my goal is, when I started this, is to be able to purchase my grandfather publishing back and give it to my grandkids.
For sure.
Because my kids, I'll give my kids a hard time. I'm not doing this for you.
Right. I'm doing it for your kids.
I'm doing it for my grandkids.
Yeah.
Because my grandfather he did it for his kids, and I see how they fucked it up. And I'm doing it for my grandkids because my grandkids gonna understand the importance of it.
Yeah, they gonna respect it.
You know, and I give my sons a hard time. I got 2 boys. They know how this is. They know about legacy. Both of them are entrepreneurs. One is an insurance agent, one's a real estate agent.
Okay.
Very good, successful young man, smart. You know, never been in trouble. And to me, I was raised, I didn't have my father.
Right.
So when I became a father, I didn't have a blueprint. My blueprint was John Lee Hooker.
Right.
And I could, like I said, I could let the streets raise me, but I chose to let this old dude in a suit and a hat raise me.
And thank God he did. So now we got this juice.
And I'm too pretty for jail.
Well, Glenn, man, I'm glad you had a chance to sit down with all of us, because I had the opportunity, so I'm glad that like my partner had an opportunity to hear the story too. Because again, hearing that story, I think it adds validity to like what we thought about it anyway. For sure.
No, and, you know,
and then knowing that these higher proofs are coming out, it's very exciting.
You know, look, real talk. I give you a hard time, and I told Lazar, I'm like, I did my whole little thing, you know, I'm crying and crying. But you know, and I get it. It can be that way.
For sure.
If you don't know, and that's why I say, if I can't explain what I'm doing, then I shouldn't be doing it.
Right.
And you know, it was intentional. We was at 112. We were gonna be at 112 for 2 months.
Yeah.
Because like I said, my man passed at 112.
That was important for you. No, for sure.
And then I knew I wanted to be at that 99 price point, because for me, my ROI and my margins, that's where I had to be at.
Right.
Because of the price I paid.
For sure.
And now I'm able to bring it down because the people are supporting me and helping me do what I need to do.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm appreciative. That's one thing about me. So you know me, I talk crazy, but
are you in Michigan?
Huh?
Are you able to sell in Michigan?
I'm in Michigan. I think Lazar. I don't know. Lazar.
I just haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Look, we just got here. I think it's over at Park. I think Park Street.
Okay. Over in Southfield.
In Southfield.
Yeah,
we're there, but all my Detroit people, go into your favorite liquor store and tell them to order John Lee Hooker, Legacy Spirits, Boogie Chillin' Bourbon, weed in the registry. That's the way I come up. I need my people to bring me up and request it.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm gonna tell you now, that cash rate is fire. I love it.
Yeah, cash rate fire though, for sure.
Y'all gotta buy my 48, or I'm not gonna give y'all the boogie shit.
Well, Glenn, thanks for sitting down with us, man.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. Thank you. And again, we are broadcasting live at the Taste of Black Spirits, Detroit, down at the Doubletree downtown. Looks like we might be wrapping up. Hopefully, because I'm buzzing like and I don't know if I can talk no more.
My man
I'm trying to hold out. Right, Don and Johnny, he done tapped out.
I got phone calls.
He done tapped out.
You tapped out?
No, I tapped out.
He tapped out. I'm tapped out. We still got this little shot left. I'm trying to make sure that there ain't nobody else.
Look, I appreciate meeting you.
Nah,
Pleasure talking with you.
for sure. Always, no doubt.